Good morning, friends. This is Daddy Day Trader with just an all around update on life and things going on, and back to, posting videos now that my busy season is over. You might have noticed that it coincides with, tax day. So I'll give you a few hints why I've been sort of MIA for the past month or two. But I did get some trading in early in the morning, and basically I've been trading one single stock for like the last almost 2 months, which is SMCI. And I've been trading it because the movements on it seem to kind of coincide with the S&P and then also with Nvidia. So there's been some like multi frame alignment or whatever you want to call it. Basically, like when you see a big move in the S&P, SMCI is not far behind. Now, it certainly has done some of the opposite at times, which has been hard, which has hurt. But all in all, it's been a pretty successful trading the last 2 months during my time when I'm super busy. So, and then some, and then I think the last like 2 weeks, I sort of like backed off. Things were getting too crazy, and if you have a big loss and you knew you shouldn't be trading, it hurts extra. And you know, if you had a big loss and you were ready to trade and you were mentally fit, so when you're working a lot and your mind is tired and you're going to bed late and you're getting up early, like that's not a great time to be trading. Plus, like I don't want to ruin my whole day and be distracted or like try and revenge trade. So a lot of the days in April, I just decided so far just don't trade. But the last 2 days, so this, Tuesday and Wednesday, I've been trading and trying. I feel a little bit like out of the swing of day trading, so now I'm trying to get back into it. Uh, Trying to get my kind of get the feel of the market back. Seems like it's a little bit sideways right now, but SMCI is $1,000 stock right now, and it certainly has a lot of volatility during the day. It can have like $100 per share movement. So, I mean, to me, that's enough for me to continue to catch some of that movement. Obviously, I'm not going to get all of it, but so I've been pretty doing pretty well. For my history with trading that particular stock, and then sort of watching the trends throughout the morning, and then also like really focusing on trading at like 6:30 to 7. There's like bigger movements throughout the rest of the day, but it seems like it's sort of after 7 it gets flat for a while, and then you're kind of trading within a certain range, and that's with a stock with a big spread, it's not as successful for me, a successful trading pattern. So I have been the last 2 days trying to kind of stop at 7. Um, and this morning I was up. I think I was up $30, and then I went down to minus 20. Then I ended the day at plus 40. So sort of like bouncing all around. Um, but ended the day plus 40. So that was good. And what I want to do is, share my P&L for the last like couple months and show you guys how it's been going. Since I haven't been doing my daily updates, you may have thought that I stopped or quit or whatever, but no, I've been going. I've been doing it, except on the mornings where I'm not really feeling mentally fit to be trading. And also, when I've come back now, I've been trying to do smaller trading size as I get kind of like my day trading legs back after, because it's like hard for me to switch gears from one profession to another. So now I've got to like put my mind back into the day trader mindset, which is far different than my other gig. So It's gonna take me probably like 2 weeks to kind of reacclimate, readjust, recalibrate, and sort of see if I can continue my success so far this year, which really started after I changed my the types of stocks I was trading. So after struggling for almost 2 years trading like the high momentum gapping stocks, I just found that it's too painful and I don't really enjoy it. And it doesn't always, I'm not mentally fast enough in that sense to like be successful, I feel, with those kind of trades. And I also don't have like the trade or discipline to wait long enough for a true like 100, 200% mover. And I'm also a little too jumpy to hang on to stocks for that long to make those moves. So when I moved to the large cap stocks, that has worked way better. And although I'm trading with larger dollars, I'm able to get in and get out, uh, with less larger moves. Like things aren't gapping down or halting up or down in these large cap stocks. Like it just doesn't happen. So no. When I say things in the ultimate sense, you know what I mean. It's like, yeah, okay, it can happen. GameStop was halting down and up and stuff. But what I mean, like, is Tesla going to halt down? Is Nvidia going to halt down or halt up? And like, no, probably not. But it happened. Just hope you're not in it when it does. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up my trader view and I'm going to go through the last like 2 months of my moves, so you guys can see where I'm at on the year, how my months have been going, kind of where I took some time off to focus on the other gig I have. So, but I'll say it's challenging to switch gears between one job to another in the same day. So I'm excited to kind of get back to doing my morning trading. My plan right now is to because I kind of got out of my normal sleep schedule and I was like going to bed later and getting up later to like accommodate certain things. So now my plan is to get up at 5, spend some time with the wife, and then do like a exercise for like a mile. And then maybe like at 6 to 6:15, I'll come into my office and I'll check out like what's happening with the market, watch a little news, kind of take the temperature, see if there's any like large cap movers. Like this morning, there wasn't really any. I think Eli Lilly was like the biggest one, and that was up like 2% or something. So um, it was interesting. Like back in February, I think it was, we had large caps like gapping up 20, 30%. So the market seems to, at least the large cap market seems to have cooled down since then. Like we've had some earnings, but they haven't been like explosive earnings. So it was fun to watch like what was it? A couple stocks that would Dell or whatever, like that one was fun to watch and participate in a little bit. So but yeah, those seem to have like not been happening as much. Maybe just because I'm not trading every day, but I think Netflix is on Thursday. That'll be interesting for earnings. Um, so I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be making videos again. Hope you missed me. Uh, we'll see. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing daily updates at this point. I hope to get back in the swing of that. I want to do these to keep myself accountable. So today, let's just talk about today. So today I came in at 6:10, 6:15. Again, like it seems to me like if something's not moving in a major way outside of SMCI, that I've just been defaulting to SMCI because that thing seems to have, I mean, for me at least, I can kind of get a feel for where it might go more so than other stocks at this point in time. And since no other stocks are gapping up like 10, or no large caps are gapping up like 10 or 15% on earnings, like it's hard to trade like a Tesla right now because I don't know, I don't really feel like I know which way it's going to go. So I've been trading SMCI and having luck doing that and enjoying it, and you know, trading with large dollar value, knowing that it's easy to get in and out of, just flatten my position and it gets me out. So now I've had some trouble with the spreads. Like sometimes you'll enter into SMCI with like 5 shares, which is $5,000, and then you're down instantly like $15 because of the spread. So um, that's been a little tricky. But if I see it go turn against me too much, I just flatten out and understand that their spreads are big. So try and get in when it's having some an actual a real move, because I've traded too much within a range, and then what I need to do is focus more on trading when it's breaking out of that range, up or down. And I think I'll have more success capturing those moves versus like trying to get like $2 or $3, because $2 or $3 is the whole spread. So um, it's hard to capture any kind of sort of gain or lot or short position within that $5 range on that particular stock. So, and it doesn't have the highest like volume, but I haven't had any trouble getting in and out, uh, you know, pretty easily. So let me do a. I'm going to do a screen share next. But okay, so today for trading, I did trade only SMCI, and I did better initially. I got up to almost plus $30, and then I think I took a short position, and it went up like $5 or $6 a share. So that kind of wiped out my, when you have 5 shares and it goes up $5, there goes your whole $30 gain. So at one point I was down 20, and then I think I would refocus, wait for a actual trending move to break out of its current band, and then also be watching SPY and Nvidia for. I'm kind of looking for like those candles where either they're going up or going down, but they like go up and then they kind of waver a bit, and then they reclaim that wick to go up more, or reclaim that wick to go down more, and that's to me showing like a significant move in one or the other direction, which seemingly then SMCI will follow. So it's like somewhat of a leading indicator. Again, like today, there was a couple times where SMCI just like bucked that trend and like flew the other way. So you just don't know. I don't know when that's going to happen, but you would just close your position if that happened quickly. And I would say like 80% of the time it does what it's supposed to. So, or at least what I think it should. And so then I was able to catch like a big upswing, and um, got back to plus 20. And then if I'm at plus 20, typically what I'll do is I'll change my share size. At least right now, I'll change it back down to like 1 share, and I'll just practice trading with 1 share. And um, today I did that and was able to get. I think I traded maybe a max of 3 shares after that, and between 1 and 3 shares, and I got up to plus 40. And then I decided that you know second day back plus 40 is good. Don't push your luck. You used to be fighting for 6 cents or $2. $2 was a good day. Now $20 is a good day. So, and it's also like it's interesting now because $20 to like some of my biggest days back in the time when I was trading the low float penny stocks was like, I remember one time I traded like, I think it was like a 60 cent stock, and somehow I think I was using DOS Trader, right? And I had, so sometimes I had like a window to do a pre-fill of like 4 shares or something like that. And for whatever reason, it had saved on this particular stock like 2,000 shares. So instead of buying the 4 shares I wanted, I bought 2,000 shares, which immediately put me into like a panic mode, right? And at this point in time, the stock then had gone up like to 80 cents. So it went up really quickly from like 60 cents to 80 cents. And I made like, don't check my math because this is just like anecdotal remembrance, but it went up. I got like an $80 gain or something like that. And I was so stoked, like, oh my God, $80 gain. And I was happy about it. But I mean, why should I have been happy about like an accidental gain that happened because I had the wrong share size? Like, that's not day trading. That's like accidents happen kind of thing. So, what I'm saying is that was like one of my biggest gains doing the low float pennies, which is sad because it was an accident. And then coming over to like the larger cap trading SMCI and things, and it's been a little bit different. I feel more confident that like these are actually trades that I entered into on purpose and exited on purpose without creating a panic or doing the wrong share size. I've had a few times when I've like reversed my position when I shouldn't have, and I've had some losses because of just like messing up my button clicking or whatever. But so, but um, so yeah, you know, I don't think that sometimes I have like this, like I feel like uh, this year so far has been by far my most successful months that I've strung together. And in some ways, like it's like not good enough, or I don't feel like it's gonna last. And if SMCI starts to not have volatility, like what am I going to trade? So I have all these like feelings that like this quote unquote gravy train that I'm on is going to stop. And I think that's just like my own defeatist personality coming out and saying like, no, this isn't going to work. Like, don't take the success and think it's going to continue because it won't. Like, but it can if I don't let that mindset cripple me and put me into like a paralysis state where I don't want to trade anymore because I don't think it's going to continue. So I have to be like, get that out there, verbalize it, say like, hey, guess what? There's been volatility for 100 years, so it's not going to stop because you made a couple bucks trading SMCI. Don't worry about that. Worry about finding the next stock that you're going to trade successfully. And if it's a newer stock and you're not sure, like trade with smaller size and keep looking. I mean, I'm also trying to. I'm gonna restart my like long term or my swing trade holds to like see if there's any stocks that I feel are undervalued and are gonna be turning direction soon. So I was looking at Mobileye and seeing that one had gone back up to like $31 a share, and I think I was looking at it when it was pretty low. So didn't pull the trigger on it, but that's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. Is like, are there any large cap stocks that are undervalued and could potentially make a decent move in the next week, 2 weeks, month, maybe. So, and I wouldn't be putting a ton of money into those, for now at least. But I also want to make that part of my trading program, and then also I want to start putting money that I make. So every time I get above 31,000 on my account, I'm gonna distribute that out to my checking account or whatever, and then I'm gonna buy like put some into VTSAX, some to spending, and then some for saving for taxes or whatever. So just to kind of see what that's like. Haven't been able to do that before, so mostly it's just taking capital losses because that's what I've been earning. So that's the plan, and yeah, we're just gonna get back into it. I almost feel like I'm starting fresh again from scratch, but I know that it's like gonna feel normal again in a week or so. Like I'll feel like I'll be back in the swing of things. My schedule will sort of even out. I'll be exercising and coming in at the same time, and you get that kind of like that peace from your routine. So that's what I'm looking for over the next week or two. And um, in June, which seems like it's far away, but it's not at this point, we're going to be going on a trip. I'm going to take my trading station and I'm going to do some travel trading and I'm going to report back to you guys on how that's going and what that's like. I've done a little bit of travel trading, but not to like another country and not to a place where I didn't have a good setup or good internet. So that'll be part of my future videos is going to be like a trading series, travel trading series. I wouldn't expect that I'll be doing like a ton of trading, but I'll try and do. It'll be like a 3 week trip, so maybe I'll try and do at least 5 to 10 days of trading. I'll be trading small size and making sure that everything's working. But working towards that dream, and if that ever becomes a reality, and I can make trading like my main source of income. Um, I know that trading as a main source of income isn't like a very good long term solution. So I'm more like trading as my main source of building enough to then put into like an investment of some kind that'll kick off like passive income, right? So I need something that you enjoy doing. Like I don't enjoy a lot of stuff that I've done in the past for work, and this I enjoy. So there's no reason why it won't work besides myself. And it's been nice not having to be in any chat rooms. I haven't been in a chat room for a long time. Haven't been trying to like mirror trade or having other people's comments in the chat room influence like what I'm up to or switching, from one stock to another. So, uh, yeah, so just, really taking it easy as I get back in because I know that if I get back in too quick, mistakes will happen and it won't be a good time. So this has been a daddy day trader, sort of getting back in the swing of things update. I'm going to do a quick screen share with my trader view and go through like how I've been doing, just so you guys can see what's going on, and we'll keep this going, and we'll touch base again tomorrow hopefully. And miss doing this, missed you guys. Looking forward to getting back in this. So, all right, this is Daddy Day Trader. Stay tuned for that recap on how things have been going with my trading, and I'll see you there. Okay, bye. All right, guys. So this will be a quick recap of how things have been going since the beginning of the year. And I'll go kind of month by month and explain like what was happening. And it shouldn't take more than like 10 minutes. So, all right. So coming into January, I was still very much hot on trying to make my low low float gapping stocks work for me using DOS Trader and Thinkorswim, trading very low number of shares, trying to put together enough wins to be able to have proof of concept. And, it was not going well whatsoever. We can take a look at how it was going. So sad, really. $3 -3 +5 -8 -10, so on and so forth. For the last like 2 years, this is what it's looked like. And then I get these. I would get these. And this is not an uncommon number. I mean, it's a large loss, right? Like $205 when you're making $5 a day is not good. And that was a day where I can guarantee I was triggered and wasn't feeling like I deserved a $200 loss. So no doubt I went big and tried to, size my way out of the loss and just made myself more of a loss. And I guarantee that started as like a $5 loss. and then it ended as a $200 loss. So that's no good. And that was just it. That was my, at least in my trading career so far, that was like my breaking point on that day. For some reason, I was like, I'm done trying this. You do something for a year or two consistently, and you put a lot of effort into it, and it still doesn't pan out. Don't quit if you enjoy the concept of it, but maybe pivot, maybe change your strategy. A year in my life right now is long enough to try something. I'm not going to do something for more than a year, specifically in a certain area. I'm not going to bang my head against the wall for more than a year without trying to see, like, is there a better way to do this for me? Again, low float pennies work for some. I was in a chat room where it worked for a lot of people, and it didn't work for a lot of people too. Uh, so I switched my on the 31st of January is, I think, the actual day I started trading large cap stocks. Um, as a way to try and like minimize my volatility risk, because geez, like I could not seem to figure out how to make trading the low float pennies successful, and I wasn't shorting. I was only doing one side of the move, and that, I think that's actually what you should do for low float stocks, because like the risk of that shooting up and ruining your whole account potentially is too high in my opinion. Like I don't want to take that risk on. So no shorting, low floats. And I went over to uh, large caps, and I think I traded large caps for not sure how long, but so 31st is when I started, and I had my account, which was a cash account, so it was hard to trade any kind of size as I would run out of money quickly. But then moving into, so for that month, I was down, $213. That was my loss for the month. So including all my green days, I would have still lost $7 had I not had this day. Ugh, okay. Anyways, it's just hard to see sometimes. So then I move on to February. So here I switch gears. This is my switch gears day. Okay, let's try something else. So let's open up February. Okay, trading. Low number of shares, trying to get my feet under me. And this is February now. So now we're in February, and I'm working through this new strategy. It's going pretty well. Having some good days. And then bam, I don't remember exactly what happened on this day, but I believe. Oh, I know. I think it was a SMCI that went down like $100 a share or something, and I held on way too long. Oh, and I think I had some Tesla I sold or something like that. So this was kind of like some swing trades that didn't work out. So I kind of dumped them all. And of course, SMCI went from when I had it at like $700, now it's at 1,000. So, but still, as far as like a risk strategy, I should have cut it sooner. So note to self. Anyways, so that was my worst day of the month. However, the whole month I was still up $343. Not too bad. That is my biggest month ever. My previous one was like Au- August of last year, I think, and it was $200 or something like that. So even with this big loss day, like it was my biggest month ever, and I made $343. And I know this is a hot month, right? Like wow, you made $300 in a really hot month when like large caps were gapping up 30% on earnings and AI was going crazy. Okay, yeah, whatever. The point is to keep trying and be around for those moves, right? Like if you're not ready, you're not prepped, you're not at the peak of your game, you're not going to be able to capture the AI boom anyway. So it doesn't matter. So like, let's not like fool ourselves and say like, oh, you're going to not trade for a year and then come in when it's booming, like when GME hit and you're going to be a successful day trader. Like that's not going to happen. So it's more about sticking to the long game, knowing there's going to be slow times. There was certainly slow times in the small cap world when I was trading those, like tons of slow times. and you just kept your skills sharp, and you kept coming back every day, and you kept trying. And so, anyways, so good month. What was my biggest day here? Was there's $62, $84, $87. Okay, so 87 was like the best day. It looks like, which is huge, right? Going from 6 cents or $3 or whatever to 87. I mean, that's can't even the math on that is crazy. So so that was February. And then I'm starting to get like more busy with my other gig and starting to feel the pinch of like doing too many things at once. So I continue trading into March. So here's March, and March is $758. So almost doubled what February was, and I didn't trade for 5 days out of the month. So who knows what those would have done, but so now I've doubled my best month, and again, mostly, and my best day now is 177, I think. Yeah, that's like my best green day. And a lot of these are, $40. Like this is a great. This is awesome. This is what I mean, if I could do this every month, like I'd be happy consistently, right? Not like obviously I want to continue. Like $700 a month is not my final goal, but I've actually started chipping away at my like overall loss of day trading of like $4,000 or whatever. So or $4,500. So I've actually seen movement in the right direction finally after like 2 years of doing this. So best month ever after my previous best month ever. And this is when I'm like doing multiple work jobs too, right? Like, oh, I'm not doing it at the same time. I'm doing it separately. You can't do trading and like focus on that and do other things at the same time. I can't anyway. So, wow, like really good. And I didn't trade 5 days. So, and then we're going to April. And then I think, let me go back real quick. One of these days this month, I was down $500 or $600, and I was sort of panicking a bit. And then I refocused. I did increase my size a bit to try and counteract that loss, and I made it all back over, 10 more trades or something like that. So I think it was this day on the 18th year when I made $4. I was down $500 or something like that. And I didn't really feel good about it, honestly. Like I was like, that's like almost my whole. At that point, it was like my whole year's gain lost in one day. So I need to be careful about that because it can still happen, obviously, and it will happen again in the future. I need to be smarter about the trades I do go into. Like I sometimes I'm a little doing a little. I still do it today. I even like a little boredom trading and trading within a range when it's not breaking out, and very unsuccessful for me as a strategy. So, anyways, I just want to talk about that particular day because it was gnarly. And then we're going to April. So now we're in April and still doing okay, but starting to slow down, starting to take less size because I'm not really feeling it. Super tired in the morning. And then I have this day here on the 8th. And I just said, okay, I need to stop until my work is done. Um, I need to focus on one thing because this is just it's getting worse and worse. Like I was feeling less and less confident every morning I came in. So I had a $60, and this day was like started off honestly as like a loss of like $5, and it just got worse. I think I made it back to like minus 20, and then was almost about to stop, and then I did a couple more trades and ended the day at minus 60, and then stopped finally after too many trades, and also just knowing that I shouldn't be trading anymore. And then it starts to get later in the morning. I think I started this trading day at like 7:30, so I didn't even catch the morning rush where it actually has volatility. So I said stop. I'm just gonna stop. I mean, I wasn't even getting into my office till like 7, so I was every morning I was missing my main trading window. So and then on the 16th I came in at 6:15, and now I'm trying to get back to more of a stable trading schedule, and you can kind of see like this week so far I've wiped out this loss, so I'm only up $82 this month, which is honestly great. Um, and I'm going to keep working on this and keep trying to not increase my size, but like maybe like make the trades more successful and lower my downside on my trades, like less red trades, more green trades. And I guess we can look at let's look at the stats real quick for the year, and this includes January. So total gain on the year 970. And there's like $45 of fees from Thinkorswim. So and that's like those ECN fees that are super small. But so, anyways, that's just full disclosure. Um, 57% green, 42% red. So that's pretty good. This isn't so good. Like your winning trades are less than your or more, yeah, or less than your losing trades. That's not so great. My largest gain 548, largest loss 382. Okay, and so okay, not bad. But let's take out January. We'll take out when I stopped doing the small caps. So here, we'll filter it. Okay. So now we've got a little better. We got this here, and then this goes up to 62%. So that's pretty good. This is still not so good. But it's an improvement. And then maybe we go to like March. Filter that. Okay. So now we've got 60%, 40%, still have this kind of the wrong way. And then we'll go to April. So I guess what this tells me is that my accuracy is 60%. So there's certainly some room for improvement, and I need to look into like how I work on this. I'm not exactly sure. I'll spend one morning or something doing that. Um, so that's that, guys. I gotta go. Good to be back. Thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Daddy Day Trader coming at you and leaving. Bye.